All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to Gamer Section Live, where we do this for the gamers, by the gamers. And right now, we're doing a brand new interview. This is a follow-up interview to 110 Industry Zone. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm talking too much. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Sergey. I'm the CEO and the creative director and the founder of Wanton Industries.
All right. So, how you doing? I know it's evening over there. So, how you doing today, sir?
It's actually afternoon, but
Afternoon.
I'm doing all right. Thank
That's good. That's good. So, we got to start this off right. First and foremost, we know about Wanted Dead. It's a highly anticipated game. I believe it's going to be Game of the Year contender next year for sure. So the question is, like, what was behind the delay of Wanted Dead from 2022 to 2023?
We could have totally released the game in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
uh, but after sitting down with the most recent build at the time when we made the decision,
Mm-hmm.
um, we made a call to postpone to make sure that we ensured the quality for the players. And In the hindsight, that was the right decision. So right now, the game will come out February 14th, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And If there's nothing you're doing on this Valentine's Day, there's Wanted Dead waiting for you. If you do have plans for this Valentine's Day, you should cancel because there's Wanted Dead waiting for you.
Okay, most definitely. And you already know I'm highly anticipated for the game. I'm excited for the game for sure. I know the world is excited for the game since the last time we had this interview. So, okay, let me go ahead and ask you this question before we even dive into it. Okay, I gotta ask you about this trailer, right? What was the idea behind the crumble trailer to Wanted Dead? It was kind of funny to me when I first saw the trailer. So, like, what was the idea behind that?
Well, Wanted Dead features a wide variety of visual styles when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
cutscenes. So you have CG cutscenes, you have anime cutscenes that you could have seen in the trailers, and then you have live action cutscenes. And live
Mm-hmm.
action, it's a cooking show.
Right.
So we have a number of cooking show episodes that showcases a previous career of one of the characters that are in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to be an Olympic medalist. She used to be a singer. She used to be a celebrity chef, and right now she works for the Hong Kong police as a gunsmith.
Right. Okay. Wow. So she's like a jack of all trades.
Well, sort of, yeah. We were. The original tone of Wanted Dead was very dark when we started working on the game, and we decided to lighten things up. And
Mm-hmm.
where Gunsmith as a character was introduced to the mix to balance out all the dark shit that is happening in Wanted Dead.
Okay. Well, speaking about the main character, like from the last time we spoke on a past interview, like how did the character evolve from the original build from last time?
Well, right now, we at some point mid development we decided to put in a skill tree into the game to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you can actually track your progress and see where you're going. And
Mm-hmm.
The skill tree, make no mistake, you will need to unlock all skills to successfully progress through the game. But there was just so much stuff that we put into the game in the past few months that
Mm-hmm.
uh, basically stuff that was not a part of the original design, and we did that to make sure that the players have a better gaming experience and they have more to play with, and we have more to offer.
Okay. So basically you kind of added like an RPG element to it where you level up with the skill set, or explain about the skill tree a little bit.
Yeah, you do get XP points for slaughtering the opponents,
Mm-hmm.
but let me put it this way: this is far from any RPG mechanics out there. We just needed to introduce progression, and this is it, and it works just fine.
Oh, dope, dope, dope. So like the question is like, are you able to use other characters in the game, or are you just with the main character throughout the whole game?
No, no, this is you control only one character throughout the whole game.
Okay, dope, dope, dope. So like, is there going to be any type of unlockables in the road of the game?
Yes, but I can tell you more.
Understandable, understandable. We just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, there is stuff to unlock in this game and to find in this game. So yeah.
Okay, most definitely. I definitely feel you on that. So, like, from the last time we actually talked, so like, what are the actual improvements are in the battle mechanics of the game?
Oh my God! So we not only we reworked, we actually put a shitload of time into making sure that the combos work fun. So it's not like, so you're not just mashing one two buttons throughout the game. That the combat system actually makes sense,
Hmm.
and while mastering it, you will feel that. Oh yeah, this is why I'm here. This is the action game. This is the action game, how it should be played in 2022, 2023.
Hmm.
So it's right now the combat system, although it might look very basic on the surface, once you dive in, you'll understand that it's actually very deep and it has a lot to offer.
Okay. Well, speaking of more of the battle mechanics, are there like finishing type of moves that's in the game, like towards the end of killing your character? When killing the enemy?
Both the enemy and the character.
Dope, dope, dope. I can't wait. Okay, so like, let's talk about the weapons. So we do have guns and have swords in it. So like, are you able to dual wield swords or like dual wield
No,
guns or just like no?
no. Your sword is your let me start from the beginning here. So originally, the idea was to make sure, oh, you have that many types of weapons and stuff like that, and then we started to
Hmm.
simplify stuff to make sure that, hey, we have just one sword, but let's put a lot of attention to it. Let's make sure that it plays well, because oftentimes what would happen is that you have uh, a wide array of weapons in the game,
Hmm.
and it doesn't mean that they all suck, but you'll be playing and thinking, oh, they could have thought of it better. So our idea was to make sure we thought of things better. So all the combat mechanics with the sword, there's a lot of science behind it that you're not seeing, but when you're playing it, you'll tactile, you realize that, oh my God, there's just so much stuff going on here.
Hmm. Okay. Very, very interesting. So let me ask you about the setting, right? Okay. So are you basically is this game basically taking place entirely in Hong Kong or do they have like other locations in the game that you
Hong
can play
Kong
in?
only. Hong Kong
Hong Kong.
only. And basically, you're spending a whole week with the team. So it's, yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so give us the backdrop. Like, what was the idea of bringing this game into Hong Kong the whole like entire time?
Um, well, when we were looking for a fit setting, the idea was to make sure that it's not something overused.
Hmm.
Um, so, for example, you can have only so many games based in New York or Tokyo.
Hmm.
So this is why we wanted the location to be exotic for the Western players, but at the same time familiar. Because when you make your location too exotic, the audience will have a hard time connecting to it because of the lack of the representation of the location in other medias. And
Hmm.
Hong Kong, we've seen God knows how many movies set in Hong Kong, comic books, some video games, and stuff like that. And then we figured, okay, but this is not a location that has been visited a lot in video games. So we decided to go for that.
Okay, dope, dope. So let me ask you this question, right? All right, is there plan on any like DLC or expansion for Wanted Dead after its release?
Yes.
I had a feeling. I knew it. I knew it. It was going to be a DLC. but
No, not a DLC, but you'll be pleasantly surprised when you see it.
okay, okay, dope, dope, dope. So I gotta ask you though, okay, and this is like 110 Industries. Like and people want to know this. This is like a rumor question, right? So everybody knows Shenmue 3 came out a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
And there was rumors going around about a partnership for possibly the next Shenmue game to the people that want to know because 110 there's rumors behind 110 Industries behind the next Shenmue. Is there any truth to that or is it false?
No comment.
No comment. All right, understandable, understandable. So let's go ahead and talk about the two upcoming games that was announced. Basically, like Vengeance is Mine and Red Goes Far. So, without spoiling too much about the games, you know what I'm saying? Tell us a little bit about both of them without spoiling too much.
Oh man, well, Red Goes Faster. We started working on this project around the same time we started working on Wanted Dead,
Hmm.
and it's been in the works for years now. And the thing about Red Goes Faster is that we wanted to mm, reimagine the futuristic arcade games look, you
Hmm.
know, and make it sort of a adventure game slash racing game that would kind of remind the players of, say, Speed Racer, stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
And we experiment a lot with this game. It's a very interesting project, and far from being complete. Far from we're not able to show anything at the moment, but this one's going to be great
I
eventually.
can't wait. I can't wait to see
Vengeance,
that.
Vengeance is Mine is currently in development with Soleil. It's the same team that works on. I'm sorry, same company that works on Wanted Dead, but the
Hmm.
team is different. And there's a lot of very interesting guest talent in Vengeance is Mine. So essentially, it's a third-person action game.
Hmm.
Um, it will feature a lot of mech combat,
Okay.
and it will feature a lot of very cool gameplay moments and gameplay variety.
Hmm.
Uh, just so we're clear, it has nothing to do with either Ninja Gaiden or Wanted Dead when it comes to gameplay. This
Hmm.
thing will be its own thing in its own right.
Hmm.
And yeah, right now we have just an amazing talent working on the project, and we have folks that worked on Final Fantasy 15. We have folks that worked on Sekiro. I mean, Vengeance is Mine will be something. I'm incredibly proud of what the team done achieved at the moment. I'm very stoked to reveal more in the upcoming months, because
Okay.
we're still working on this thing. We're still working, and it requires far more attention than, say, Wanted Dead, because it's a massive game. It's way bigger than Wanted Dead. It's a
Hmm.
um, we're trying a lot of things new. We're trying to make sure that we break the mold of a third person action game, and
Right.
at the same time, there's a lot of attention to the storytelling. There's a lot of attention to the character development. There's a lot of attention to music. So we started feeding off some info about the soundtrack on Vengeance is Mine. So
Hmm.
we already have Queen. We already have Giorgio Moroder. Stephanie Yostin is doing a song.
Okay.
For the game. We're doing incredible things for the soundtrack of the game, and it just, if you like Wanted Dead, you'll absolutely fall in love with Vengeance is Mine.
Okay, so you basically telling me with Vengeance is Mine, it's like one of your most ambitious projects that you're working on besides the one you did.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Now you got me. Now you got me hyped for this game too, man. And Red goes faster. What is
Well,
it? What?
we released a few screenshots for Vengeance not so long ago,
Mm-hmm.
and um, um, people reacted like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh my god, it's a mech game!" And people don't really see that many mech games today, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, let alone the production quality of Vengeance, let alone the talent that is working on it. It's just this
Right.
thing is going to be amazing. Can't wait. I
Okay.
personally can't wait to play it.
I definitely feel you on that. So let me ask you this question: like with 110 Industries, right? Because this is up and coming to a lot of because people are still not familiar with 110 Industries, but they're starting to get familiar with it. Like, where can you see 110 Industries go in the next 5 to 10 years?
Um, Well, we're primarily interested in building our own IPs, and
Mm-hmm.
we have quite a few things in the pipe that other people haven't seen yet, that we
Right.
haven't revealed yet. So at the same time, the company is growing very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Obviously, we would like to grow faster, but right now we're having a tremendous difficulty with scaling because of the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, not enough available talent that we want to work with, and sometimes we dial back on some of our ambitions just because, okay, we just don't have enough people to tackle this task. Let's figure
Mm-hmm.
out how we do that without compromising the quality of our product.
Okay.
And it's been a huge challenge for the past few months as we're growing bigger, and at the same time we're like, okay, but where do we find the people?
Mm-hmm.
Because primarily uh, video games are made by people,
Okay.
and you need quite a few
Oh,
to
most
accom-
definitely.
yeah.
Most definitely. So, like, let me ask you this: like, to the people that want to know this too, they was asking me this question. Like, one to industries, do you consider yourself like multi-genre of IPs, or y'all tackling one IP as far as in hack and slash at this point?
Multi-genre.
Multi-genre.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're doing a bunch of things in different genres and different mediums. I mean, we're tapping into film. We are
Mm-hmm.
already talking in regards to the Wanted Dead movie adaptation. So
Wait,
we've been in
wait.
talks. Oh yeah, we've been in
Well,
talks.
that's a shocker. A
Well,
movie.
yeah, it was also a shocker to us when the team that reached out to us, and we looked up their portfolio, and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, these guys are doing a shitload of action films for Netflix. What's going on here, and why do they need us?"
Mm-hmm.
So we're tapping into film, we're tapping into comic books, we're tapping into anime. So you'll see a lot from us in the upcoming years.
I'm just blown away. Wow.
Yeah.
That what man, y'all about to be a household name in the next year or so. Wow. That's
Well, that
amazing,
was the
man.
general idea.
Wow, man. Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. No problem. So, like, last question, like, we already did the $1 billion question on the last interview, but everybody know this game is going to sell. This is going to be game of the year contender. So, like, all right, when can the game be? When would the game be released, and like, what platforms would it be on?
So Wanted Dead will be available on all platforms except for Nintendo Switch. So we're talking Xbox One, we're talking PlayStation 4,
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation 5, Series SX, PC.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the drop date is February 14th, the Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a 59.99 product. We decided not to raise the bar here, and it will be available for 59.99 in select stores and obviously online. So we are doing a physical edition for the game that you will be able to buy on, say, Amazon or whatnot. We're currently working on a collector's edition, and there'll be a Europe exclusive deluxe edition that we're also putting together. But
Mm-hmm.
more info later.
Okay, we just got a lot of information from this one interview alone. That's dope. That's dope. So, like, where can they find you at on social media, though?
So that would be at 110 Industries
Okay.
on Twitter, on Instagram. I do believe we have a Facebook profile, but I'm not checking on it. And me personally, you can find me at Second Richest Duck on Twitter.
Absolutely. So there you have it, folks. That was a lot of information I just got out of this second interview. So we got to do a part three interview soon, though.
Eventually.
Eventually, we definitely
Yeah.
got to do a part three. So there you have it, folks. This has been another fantastic interview. Make sure you follow One to Industries on all social media. Link will also be in the description below. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell for when we drop videos. Thank y'all again, and have a good day. We out.
Thank you so
Peace.
much. Thank you so much. Bye.
No problem.